I am so glad that you're able to join me for my ride back home. Something funny that happened at a customer's location today. One of my customers had their niece or their nephew over at their office building, and one of my business cards was sitting on the desk, and they decided to deface it. So that's what I get for putting my face on my business card. So anyway, I thought we would talk a little bit about power and batteries and what to do if your piece of electronics is not turning on. So I'm doing this video because I had three calls in the past 2 days from new customers finding me on Google and letting me know that their laptop won't turn on. Now, for the most part, most laptops will turn on regardless of whether or not there's a charge in the battery or not. If you have it plugged into the wall charger or the power cord, basically, that should be enough for most non-Apple products or most non-Apple laptops to turn on. So you don't necessarily have to have a battery in there in order for it to turn on. Okay, but if you have one of these types of laptops, or this could also apply to phones, tablets, smartphones, things like that, they must have a charge on the phone or within the battery in order for it to even turn on. So even if you have it plugged in directly, it still needs to have some time to actually charge the phone or charge the device up enough so that it can even turn on. So if you have I'm going to take the example of like an Apple laptop, because that's what I had today. A gentleman comes in. He says his Apple laptop. It was a MacBook Air Pro. I believe it was a 2018 version. It had the C charger. The C charger is the one. It's not magnetic, but it basically is rounded on both edges. It's like a slim rectangle, but it's rounded on both edges, and that is the power supply. That's what the plug looks like. So he had the power supply, he had the plug. Unfortunately, I didn't have another power supply to test with, but I plugged his in, and sure enough, it didn't turn on. So there's got to be one of three things when that happens. If you have it plugged in and it doesn't turn on, number one, you have a bad charger. Okay, that's easy. You can pick those up for $26. I found one for $26 on Amazon. Amazon is now up to like a 1-week delivery. They kind of spoiled me with their 2-day delivery for a while, but now this COVID-19 has slowed everything down, so I now have to accept their 1-week delivery for a while. Hopefully we'll get back up to the same day, next day, and 2-day delivery real soon. But I was able to find that charger for just under $30. Okay, other places will charge you $60, and if you buy directly from Apple, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more than $100. So I usually don't have too much trouble with buying off-market things or third-party hardware off of Amazon. I do it all the time. I usually have pretty good results. I'm sure lots of people have different opinions of that, but I use it all the time, and I tell customers this is not original equipment. Hey, if it works, it's just amps and voltage. That's all that this thing needs, amps and voltage. And as long as that goes through correctly, your electronics will work. So in the case of this guy, his battery was not charging. So I told him, well, his computer wasn't turning on. So it's either the charger or he has a bad battery, and we need to replace the battery. And the battery costs maybe $40 on Amazon. Now, here's how you can tell if your battery is going bad, and it's real easy. When you buy something brand new, you know the battery lasts all day. You know, when you first bought your phone, your tablet, your laptop, you could go all day on a full charge. And then over time, it starts to get less and less and less and less until it gets all the way down to maybe it'll last maybe less than 15 minutes on a full charge. That's an indication that your battery needs to be replaced. Eventually, what will happen is it won't hold a charge at all. And if your device is the kind that needs a charge to even turn on, then guess what? It's not going to even turn on. You're going to think that it's the main board or something major. No, nothing major. It was just the battery. And the battery is all that was all that was needed. Sometimes the batteries are user replaceable. For example, a lot of the smartphones made by Samsung, you can peel the back off and you can pop the battery out yourself. You may or may not even need any tools. Some phones used to be made like that, where you could just slide a door on the back and just pop the battery out. And you could even, back in the day when I used to have my Palm Pilot, it was actually the Nextel Trio. When I had the Nextel Trio, I had about, I won an eBay auction, and I got about 22 batteries for like $40. And I used to think to myself, there can be a global catastrophe and I'll still have power for like a month on my phone. So it was kind of funny. But in such a case where you can't turn your device on, seriously think about replacing the battery. It's a small investment. What I would do is I would find a technician. If you're not in Tucson, you can always find the correct battery on Amazon or eBay. Order the battery yourself. If you feel better with buying something that's OEM, go ahead and do that. Obviously, original equipment manufacturer or OEM is the better quality, the higher quality. They'll probably come with a warranty. How you would actually resolve that warranty can get a little bit complicated depending on who's honoring the warranty. But go ahead and buy the battery yourself and then find a local technician to actually put it in for you. Unlike auto repair places where they highly favor you buying the parts from them, a lot of computer technicians, phone technicians, they actually are happy to take your part because they don't have to go into their inventory or go through the trouble of looking something up. That way, if it doesn't work, they could just easily blame you. If you need some help with matching the correct battery with your device, please give me a call at 520-261-5508. And also, if you have a piece of electronics that doesn't power up and you were able to resolve it in some fashion, send me a comment or ask me a question on this video, and let me know how you resolved the problem or how I can possibly help you. This is Aaron Moss with Computer Doctor of Tucson and the Computer Doctor Show. Hope you're enjoying your evening, and I bid you farewell for now.